Hey there, Knuckleheads. Welcome back to another edition. I'm going away to the cottage. There's going to be a lot of junk food, I'm sure. So I thought I would batch cook something healthy that I can at least have for lunches. So today we are going to do a sweet potato and quinoa power bowl. I've already gone ahead and done some prep work. So I've chopped up, or cubed, I should say, 2 large sweet potatoes. Okay, we're just going to spread them out on a baking dish. Parchment lined, foil lined, whatever you prefer. I prefer parchment. Okay, get a nice even layer of that. 2 large shallots. If you don't know what a shallot is, it's kind of like a red onion and a garlic had a baby. They are not interchangeable, just so you know. Okay, we're just going to sprinkle that on top. This is all going to get mixed up. All right, we're going to take that. We are going to sprinkle some olive oil over all of that. Use your heart, but about 2 tablespoons, give or take. And then some Cornish sea salt to taste. All right. I'm just going to sprinkle that. Maybe one more pinch of that. All right. We're going to give it a good mix. Make sure everything gets nice and oil coated. Don't worry if everything is still pretty bunched up right now. You're going to mix it a couple of times during the process. First stage is just getting something roasted. And then we are going to take a couple of sprigs of fresh rosemary. We're just going to lay those over the top, like so. Spread that out a little bit. And into a preheated oven at 425 for 20 minutes. All right, guys, so it's been about 20 minutes. Here we go. So we are going to pull our sweet potatoes and shallots out of the oven. I can't tell you how good that rosemary smells right now. To this, we are going to add about, it's 2 small cans of chickpeas. I think that's works out about 16 ounces. I'm just going to put that on top. And we're going to give everything a mix. In case I didn't mention it, I did drain and rinse these chickpeas first. That's why they came out of a bowl and not out of the can. Oop. And then we're just going to spread that around. Don't worry about that rogue potato. The mascot will get it eventually. Eventually. All right, we're going to put those rosemary sprigs back on top. And back in the oven we go for another 20 minutes. And pro tip, guys, now's a good time to start quinoa. That should take you probably about 20 minutes total. Yes, I'm using Canadian quinoa. All right, we'll see you in 20 minutes. All right, guys, we're about to hit 20 minutes. So we're going to pull this mix out, and we got one more in and out. Okay, we are going to take about 1.5 cups of organic walnuts. I get these from Farm Little. They're just outside of Bayfield. All right, we're going to crunch them up a little bit here. And I'm going to use about 1.5 cups. Okay, and to that we are going to add 2 tablespoons. Well, we're going to kind of add with our heart. 2.5 tablespoons of maple syrup. This one comes from Smith Farmhouse in Clinton. The only way I know how to get this is at the Parline Boutique on Parline, just outside of Varna. And a pinch more salt. Mix this up. I'm going to use the spoon to kind of crunch up the walnuts a little bit too. Okay, and then we're going to take our walnuts. I'm going to pull the rosemary off for a second. Take our walnuts, put them over the top. Give all that a stir. Add our rosemary back on. Back in the oven for 5 more minutes. All right, guys, it's been 5 minutes that we've been roasting the walnuts. Everything smells amazing. So let's plate up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take some freshly rinsed arugula. Okay. Nice bed of greens. We'll take some of our quinoa. Maybe a little bit more there. All right, and then a scoop of our chickpeas, sweet potatoes, and some candied walnuts. And I'm going to finish with some sweet potato and tarragon dressing from MH Fine Foods. You can find these guys in person in Cambridge. You can also find them online at mhfinefoods.com or on Facebook or Instagram. Finish that. Here we go. Let's give her a mix and give her a taste. I got a little bit of everything here. That is so good. Now, guys, this can be served hot or cold, right? I'm batch cooking. I'm going to eat the rest of this for lunch. It'll be in the fridge, served cold. So just again, a couple quick shout outs. MH Fine Foods in Cambridge. Smith Farmhouse, they're out of Clinton. Hydro Line in Clinton. The arugula is Canadian. Quinoa is Canadian. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to finish this. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Love you. Be good to each other.